Well, hey crafty friends, it's Heidi Scott with DIY Dreaming, and in this quick video we are going to ink some of these adorable bunnies on a white t-shirt that I just got a few minutes ago from Target. And I'm going to tell you a little bit about t-shirts too. I'm going to show you how to use this t-shirt placement guide. I'm going to be using my inking mat, which basically sticks to the underneath of the project and it keeps it from moving around. So it should be really fun. I'm super excited to get my t-shirt, and this is brand spanking new. So I went to Target and I bought a variety of t-shirts to bring home. This is a ladies' new day. I always get XL because I want to be able to wash and dry it. It was around $6. It's kind of thin, like you could see through it. So I probably will be returning that. This I bought just for fun. In the men's department, don't overlook the men's department. Sometimes our t-shirts are thicker fabric. They might be a teeny bit more expensive. I guess men don't question prices quite as much as women. But I bought this adorable shirt, which I think I'm going to have to return it and get a large, because this is an extra large and it's super huge. But I was planning to possibly do these bunnies on it in white ink, or something else, or maybe I'll do some flowers or something so I could wear it all year long. Anyway, so those are both going to have to go back, but this one is a keeper. Okay, and this is a man's shirt, extra large. Goodfellow is the brand, and you can see this black thing under here is my ink mat thing. It's sticky. It sticks to your project. So you want to get your t-shirt or whatever you're stenciling laying as flat as possible. And I used a pin right here. Can you see that? Let me come a little bit closer and higher. I used a pin that's better, to mark what I thought was the center. That's always my problem with doing t-shirts, is I am never sure if I'm in the center or not. So I'm just trying to pull and I did not wash this beforehand, but you certainly could if you want. Okay, did you know that Magnolia has these t-shirt placement guides? Let me pull them out. There's one for an infant. There's one for a toddler. And there's one for youth. And then there is one for adult. Okay, we're going to just use the adult. And I'm going to take my glasses off because they're wanting to fall off my head. Okay, so I'm just going to put this as straight as I possibly can with the center where I have my pin. And then we're going to use this brand spanking new stencil and some ink. And I thought about just doing this in black or white. But then tons of you, when I mentioned it this morning, said, go out of your comfort zone. Okay, what's inside of my shirt? It's an inking mat. It's black and it's sticky, and it's great for when you're inking on fabric. Honestly, I kind of forget that this even exists, and most of the time I just use a paper towel under there, but today I decided to get it out. Okay, so I am going to label this brand new stencil. I'm not going to fuzz it though, because bunnies and happy Easter. I'm not going to fuzz this, and I'm also not going to use these words right here, so I want to get some masking tape out. And that's because it doesn't make a lot of sense to fuzz a stencil on fabric when you're about to use it on fabric. So I think this is going to be a very popular stencil. I see lots of stuffies in our future. And I'm putting my stencil actually onto the t-shirt placement guide because I want the design to start at the right place on your chest. I think that looks pretty good. And then I wish I had some blue painter's tape because that's easier to work with, but I'm just using some masking tape, which I can't see. And I'm going to cover up the words Happy Easter because I don't want to ink that part. I just want the bunnies. And this won't hurt your stencil. This is just going to remind me to stop and don't go any further down. Okay, let me get my ruler and let's just take a peek to make sure that I'm in the vicinity of being centered. 6. Yeah, good, good, good. Okay, so I didn't say any of my normal stuff. Hello, I'm Heidi Scott. This is DIY Dreaming. This morning, I took the projects out to my kitchen table so I could get some pictures of them. This morning, we did the cutest shamrock project using some of those Dollar Tree self-adhesive wall tiles. And anyways, it turned out adorable. And this afternoon, we're inking a shirt. Oh, this had something on here that I guess I should have taken off. Oh, what do you know? Okay, so my thought was that I want to do 3 different bunnies, and I'm going to use this one, which is called turquoise, on this side. I'm going to use this one, which is called seafoam green, on this side, and I'm going to use this amethyst orchid in the center. So let's get started. Okay, and when you're working on a t-shirt like this, if you're not going to use this inking mat, you definitely need to have something in between the front and the back because you don't want to go through and have something get stenciled on the back of your shirt. And I'm also going to be attentive that I don't use too much ink on these bunnies. Yeah, I don't want to use too much ink. I'm going to be careful. With a thin t-shirt like this, it can have a little tendency to get blurry. So, especially if you use too much. So I'm just being super careful. Once I've got it on, I'm going to pull the excess off the back side of my squeegee. And let's move on to seafoam green. This is going to be so cute. So I think this stencil would be absolutely adorable on a child's t-shirt. Also, if you want to make your Easter baskets this year, it would be super cute on that. You could put it on a tea towel, a tote bag, any kind of t-shirt. You can completely change the look of it based on what color you use. You don't have to use the words if you don't want to. Anyways, it's adorable. Okay, and then we're going to use turquoise here. So there's like a chevron in the middle, a leopard, and a polka dot. And if you missed the beginning, this t-shirt came from the men's department at Target today. It was, I think it was $8. It is a thicker fabric than the women's version of this. I don't know why that is. I don't know why they would make the women's t-shirts so sheer, but they did. And so I'm opting to use this one because I don't want it to be so sheer. Okay, so let me show you. And let's take the tape off. Okay, and then I'm going to take my stencil off. I'm going to be careful because this is brand new and I don't want to stretch it. Oh my gosh, that's so cute! I've really not used that seafoam green yet. When each one of these bunnies has a little empty spot where their tail is. Oh my goodness. That is absolutely adorable. Okay, this is going in my little tub of water over here until I can get out to the sink to clean it. I'll hold this up and show you. I'm going to leave the ink mat on it until it's dried. All right, and then let me show you the process with, we're just going to pretend, okay? We're going to pretend that we have a t-shirt. Okay, so what you're going to do to heat set it, which this is ink, okay? We did not use chalk paste, we used ink. Ink is for fabric. You can't make chalk paste permanent on something like a t-shirt that's going to need to be washed and dried. So, and I know a lot of times people mix these two up, but white is ink in the little pots. Okay, so to make it 100% permanent, washable, dryable, wearable, you are going to, sorry, I'm trying to, I have a new setup here with a new tripod because my regular one is not doing good. It isn't feeling good. Where did I put those other t-shirts? Okay. Pretend that we had just stenciled this t-shirt and it had dried overnight, at least 5 hours or so, and it wasn't wet to the touch. Then what I would do is I would put it on my ironing board. I'm not going to take that off because I'm going to return this. I would put a piece of parchment paper in between the ink and my iron. I would have my iron set on cotton, no steam. And you guys, this isn't really on. I'm just going to do this. For 3 or 4 minutes. I'm not going to set it down and walk away because I'll have a big scorch. So you need to move it around for 3 or 4 minutes, and then I would turn my t-shirt the other way, wrong side out, and I would do the same thing on the inside. That's it. It's super easy. This ink from Magnolia is awesome. I have so many t-shirts upstairs that I have made over the last couple of years. Sometime I need to get them out and bring them down and show you guys. And they're all still in great condition. I mean, other than normal wear and tear from me, but the designs are still there because I heat set them and because I used ink. So the other thing I want to tell you real quick is that Magnolia has a ton of different colors of ink. This is called emerald green. These are just a few. This is Magnolia green. I love this color. This is yellow, and this one is called pineapple. I need to get some more of that. This one is called Ruby Red. Here's Pumpkin Orange. And these are just a few. I just got these out just to show you that there's a huge variety. And you can, you know, completely design your t-shirt however you want. Also, there is Amethyst Orchid, Seafoam Green, and Turquoise. So that's the story. Do a this or a this. That's a heart. Or say something to me in the comments. Let me know if you want a link to this adorable stencil. You know, sometimes I can sort of predict what's going to happen with new product releases from MagnoliaDIY.com. I'm guesstimating that stencil is going to be so popular, seriously, that they may not have enough stock. So if you know you're going to want it for yourself, or it could be, you could use chalk paste and make a sign. You could do a ton of different things with it. Then don't wait too long to get it. And if you want a link, let me know in the comments. Let me bring my t-shirt over one more time. And then I'm going to leave it alone until it's dry because I don't want to mess it up. It's so cute. Isn't that adorable? And you know, I was kind of thinking that I might possibly do something on the sleeves too with these three colors. I'll have to wait and see. Try it on and see what I think. But anyways, it's adorable, absolutely adorable. So let me know if you have any questions. Feel free to sprinkle. Look at all those hearts going up. I love that. If you missed the earlier, Tony, I'll get you an ink link. And Dixie, I'll get you a link for that stencil too, as soon as I'm finished. If you have questions about heat setting, let me just go over that one more time. When your project is 100% dry, take the paper towels out, or if you used an inking mat, take that out. Put it on your ironing board with a piece of parchment paper on the top. Set your iron on cotton, no steam. You're going to go over and over and over it for 3 or 4 minutes, flip it inside out, do the same thing, and then it's good to go. You can wash it with everything else. It's not going to stain anything else in your washing machine, and you can wear it for years to come. It can also go in the dryer. So anyways, just let me know how I can help you. I'll get pictures later, and I will get pictures of the earlier project, and I'll put those in that video comment section and also here on DIY Dreaming. Anyways, have a blessed and wonderful rest of your day. I hope to see you tomorrow for Christ in Crafting. Okay, look, do you want a little preview? I'm going to give it to you. I have been really thinking about what I want to do for Christ in Crafting this Sunday. Let me get this out of the way. The lids on them in just a minute. Whoops. Because my goal here is to always be switching things up. You know, we're not going to do t-shirts for 5 days in a row. We're not going to do tea towels for 5 days in a row. We're not going to make shamrocks for 5 days in a row. We're not going to make carrots for 5 days in a row. I really try to mix things up. So here's my thought. We're going to use this stencil, which is new. And it's the Lord's Prayer, Psalm 23. It's beautiful. I know a lot of people think of this as a funeral set of verses from the Bible because it is read very frequently at funerals because it's so comforting. But we're going to actually talk about all of this and what the assurances are from our Heavenly Father of how He's going to protect and provide for us. And I've heard a couple different really great sermons on that idea, so I'm going to have to try to remember, and I'll have to do some studying, but we're going to do that tomorrow. And then this right here is a very large canvas that is going to fit this. Whoops. I believe it had some smaller canvases tucked away in the back. It came from Dollar Tree. And I'm going to show you how to turn a canvas. This is a stretched canvas from Dollar Tree. I'm going to show you how you can turn it into what looks like a piece of farmhouse wood. You guys, it's awesome. I have done this technique here on DIY Dreaming probably 5 times over the last 4 years, and it's amazing. So, Christ and crafting is something I do on Sundays. We do a Christ-centered or a faith-centered project of some sort, and then we go into the Bible. And it's like my favorite day of the whole week to craft. I usually try to do my Christ and crafting presentation between 2 and 4 p.m. Eastern on Sundays. But if you don't get it live, you can still come back and watch it on replay. And this will be a really good one because you can take super inexpensive stretch canvases and turn them into something that seriously looks like a piece of old farmhouse wood. It's so cool. So that's the plan for tomorrow. I would love to have you join me. Have a wonderful rest of your day and be looking for the pictures. I'm going to get links out. I'm going to get all organized and go sit down in my comfy chair, and I will see you guys later. Am I going to leave this stencil on the t-shirt? No, ma'am, Diane. Absolutely not, because that would ruin the stencil, because the ink would dry in all these teeny tiny little holes in the mesh. So I took the stencil off. The stencil is in my little tub of water over here. Let me show you. And let's see, there it is. And I will be taking it into the kitchen just as soon as I'm finished here, and I will be cleaning it off and laying it out to dry. So you want to get your stencils cleaned up as soon as possible, especially when you're working with ink. And if you're going to use a tub of water like what I have here, don't let it sit in the water too long. As soon as you're free, clean it off. Okay. All right, bye everyone. I'll see you later.